Okay. All the way from 1983, Holiday by Madonna. And it's always a good time to play that song. There is never a time you can go wrong with that song. This is Breakfast in Bed here on Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life. Right now, it is Soul Food, where we talk about things relating to your soul, literally your health and wellness. My name is Oluwashim Olusegun, and we are streaming live on YouTube. So what you can do is go to youtube.com/smooth 921 FM Lagos. Again, youtube.com/smooth 921 FM Lagos. In the course of the conversation, you can send your questions, your opinions, your comments, whatever it is, to 0809 444 0981. That is the WhatsApp line. And you can call the number 01448 9981. So we are talking about the topic of tooth sensitivity. You could call it dentine hypersensitivity, I think, in the medical terms, but basically, it is what happens to your teeth when you feel so much pain as a result of one stimulant or trigger. Well, let's not get into that. I have the professional in the house, and this is not her first time. It is our second time, I believe. She is a very seasoned specialist, one that gives you your smile. That was the first thing I said the last time she was here. She literally specifies, or her specialty is giving people their smile, because you're never fully dressed without a smile. She is somebody that knows her onions in this business of dentistry. I am talking about the MD of Lux Dental Clinic. Her name is Dr. Funmi Adeniyi. Good morning.
Good morning, Shil. Good to be here again.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for coming in this early.
Thank you.
Okay, so I already gave the preamble into tooth sensitivity, and the truth is, according to the data, at least the last data that was the last study that was conducted in 2016, we are not very sure of the number right now, but this study was done it was led by Professor Kofo Savage of the Periodontal Unit of the Department of Preventive Dentistry, College of Medicine, University of Lagos, Idiaraba. And then that study also includes Dr. Adeleke Ogini of the Faculty of Dentistry, Obafemi Awolowo University, which happens to be my school, by the way. But let's not go into that. And then you have that of Dr. Omolara Uti from Olabisi Oderinu and Oluwole Dosumu, Faculty of Dentistry, University of Ibadan. So basically, the major universities across the country, especially in the Southwest. Now, it was said that 32.8% of Nigerians, that is about 56 million people, then had a case of tooth sensitivity or dentine hypersensitivity. So that means we need to talk about it, and talk about it really good. So going back to the basics, Dr. Funmi, how do you define to a layman that has no idea of medical terminologies whatsoever, tooth sensitivity?
Okay, I'd say tooth sensitivity is the short, sharp pain that you feel when in contact with chemical substances, say acid, drink, sugar, heat. You take cold ice cream and then you feel that short, sharp pain that eases off after a while. That's what would define as dentine hypersensitivity.
Okay, so yeah, say I want to say something, but this yeah, should shut up. All right, so we'll take a breather as we have laid the foundation. We'll take a breather, and when we come back, we will be asking the triggers. Well, she has mentioned those cold things, the hot things, and why it is so. Why do I have to feel pain when I take my precious ice cream? So you can also ask your questions 009 444 0981. You're listening to Soul Food here on Smooth 98.1.
Are your number one contemporary radio station. Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life.
Peak protein breakfast. That's the secret to how mom wakes up early, makes breakfast for us, and runs off to work. How daddy works most nights and still gets up early to drop me at school. No matter how busy they are, they're never too tired to play with me. And that's because they never leave home without a peak protein breakfast.
Start every day with a peak breakfast, enriched with protein to keep you going.
Peak. Reach for your peak.
I can't country that has been gifted with many natural resources
offers investors today the opportunity to succeed.
When the market moves, we move with it, observing its changes and trends, analyzing its policies and effects, and bringing to the spotlight the players of the game.
Sensational!
It's business talk beyond the headlines, business beyond the figures, business from around the world in a flash.
From regulatory to financial to infrastructure to governance.
Business Express on the Smooth Breakfast. Weekdays from 6:30 a.m.
That's how to start your weekday, 6:30 a.m. You have Rotus and every other data head coming in here to talk about what the finance, the economy, and where you should put your money. So 6:30 every morning, every weekday, you should tune in to join Rotus on Business Express. Right now, you are listening to Soul Food, where it's all about your health and wellness. At least you need to be healthy to spend the money, right? So let's talk about your wellness and in terms of your dental or oral health. My guest is Dr. Fumni, and she is a dentist. Before we went on that break, she laid the foundation on what tooth sensitivity is. So, what I'm curious about here is it is said that the enamel is dead, right?
No, it's not dead.
Which
It's-
one?
is the protective covering
Okay.
on your tooth. That's what protects all the living things inside.
Mm.
So it's living, it's not dead.
So which one? Where does the pain come from? Is it the
Comes
gum
from
or
the
the?
dentin? The
Uh,
next layer under your enamel. That's where the nerves are. That's the innervation center. So that's where you feel pain from. If there's acid or sugar or hot, heat or cold, or sometimes when you even touch it, you feel sensitivity. So
Ah.
that's what happens.
I remember there was a time that I had this crazy dentin hypersensitivity
Mhm.
that when I opened my mouth,
Air.
Yeah.
Yes.
why?
It can be that bad. Okay, sometimes there are many causes of dentin hypersensitivity.
Okay.
But a major cause is poor brushing technique. So there's the people use hard toothbrushes and then they just go from side to side brushing like they're scrubbing a bathroom, and that just takes away the protective covering of your tooth, your enamel. That destroys it. In a case also where you have a hole, a cavity, the cavity eats at your enamel and exposes your dentin, so you will feel sensitivity. In some cases, when you have gastroesophageal reflux, where acid is coming in from within you to your mouth, it can cause erosion of your enamel, and that causes dentin hypersensitivity. In a case where you are a boxer, that you grind at night, you have the TMG issues, and at night you're grinding hard, you're wearing away the protective covering of your teeth, that can cause tooth sensitivity too. Also, if you have gum disease where your gums are inflamed, there's the enamel is the part that we can see that protects the tooth, but under the gum there's something we call the cementum that protects the dentin also. So if you have gum disease, or you have receding gums, and then your cementum wears away, you have the same issue there. And so there are many factors that come into play. Also, if you're one who takes a lot of soda, a lot of lime, lemon, orange juice, acidic fruit, that also causes the erosion, and then it wears off the protective covering of your tooth.
Oh wow. So what happens when you take those acidic fruits, because we are supposed to take fruit, right? And all the juices. What should we do to
Okay,
protect?
a major thing I advise is if you juice them, you use a straw, and so you bypass direct contact with your teeth. But that action of biting into a lemon and you're squeezing the life out of it, you're just applying a lot of acid to your teeth. And then the bad part is when you get a toothbrush and you brush immediately after, because at that point your enamel is weakened. When you brush and you add that harsh action, you're just stripping off the protective layer of your tooth. And so use a straw, brush, get the right brushing technique. We teach people once they come to the clinic, we teach them how to brush. Use a soft to medium brush, not with force. It's not the force that cleans the teeth, it's the technique of taking out dirt gently, smoothly away from the tooth surfaces, that causes the teeth to be clean.
This is serious. So for how, I don't know if it will answer the question, but aside the technique, on the average, for how long should you brush your teeth?
Usually we say about 2 minutes.
Ah,
About 2 minutes.
I think I
But
brush
you're
my-
just going gently, nicely. I know a lot of people, because people come to the clinic and I say, show me how you brush, and they just, the first is the grip. Once you hold your toothbrush like a hammer, we know that's wrong, because it's just supposed to be a nice gentle firm hold, and then you're just gently taking away, not and then you're brushing everywhere like you're fighting a war. Like your teeth are living, and so you need to take care of them with care and affection.
Care and affection.
Yes.
Oh, my teeth. I love you.
Yes,
I'm brushing you.
exactly.
What's time for that?
You have to have time, because when sensitivity comes, nobody will tell you. You will be calm and patient with the tooth.
Oh, wow. So before sensitivity happens, are there some other things that happen in the background? For instance, you mentioned receding gum.
Yeah.
How does receding gum come? Aside brushing the teeth, your gum away.
Okay, so the case of having plaque and calculus, that's dirt over time piling up on your teeth. You don't go for your 6 monthly visits where your dentist gets rid of it, and your toothbrush cannot get rid of those things, and so you need a professional to help get rid of that. In cases where also some people are just predisposed to periodontal disease with underlying health conditions of diabetes, of destructive diseases that destruct your connective tissue, and so that can happen. So in those cases, you need to visit a dentist. Sometimes a gum graft might need to be done. So many times the simple process of scaling and polishing and root planing, that's periodontal cleaning, will get everything in tip-top shape. But if you've been away for really long, sometimes we'll be talking about periodontal grafts, gum grafts in that case.
What's gum graft? They add gum to your receded gum?
Yeah, we get gum from somewhere else and add on just to, or we just create some nicks and tucks here and pull it up just to protect protect your tooth.
Interesting. Can aging cause gum recession?
No, if you're aging and you have good oral hygiene, you shouldn't have recession. It's if there's an underlying disease condition and you haven't been taking care of your oral health, that would predispose to gum recession. I have 60-year-old, 70-year-old grandmas who come in, they have perfect teeth, all their teeth are in place, they don't have holes, because 6 months they don't joke with it. They're coming in, they're clicking in for their appointments, they're brushing twice daily, they're rinsing out after food. They're just really conscious, because your teeth are very important. There's some people who don't care, and then they just wake up at 60 and see, I don't have teeth in my mouth anymore, and then they're running helter skelter trying to get things in place.
You mentioned something while you were explaining. You said bruxism, that's grinding the teeth. Now, I know that's a whole topic of another, or for another day, but let's touch on it a bit. Grinding the teeth, what does it do? How does that happen, and all of that stuff?
Okay, usually it's a musculoskeletal issue where sometimes stress, sometimes it can be hereditary, where some people grind, but it's usually a musculoskeletal, your muscles and your bones and innervations and everything. There's just something going on there where at night you just always grind, your teeth are grinding. And many times a TMJ, that's a temporomandibular joint, the joint in there, some procedures done there will ease off this. Sometimes you need to wear a night guard, so at night you wear something on your teeth so that when you're grinding on that soft thing that is in between your teeth. We have those we give to people in the clinic, but it's specifically made for you. All those store-bought things sold online, a lot of them are scams, because everything in your mouth has to be customized to you, and so you need a dentist to prescribe this to you.
So people grind your teeth while you're sleeping?
Oh yes, even children.
I thought your brain is supposed to sleep, so you're not supposed to.
Some people are working all through. They're working all through the night.
That is interesting. So back to the symptoms of tooth sensitivity. Is sharp pain the only way it presents?
Usually, yes. Usually, that's short, sharp pain that makes you know that something is amiss. You feel something. Yeah.
Now, there was a conversation I had some times back on the topic of teeth whitening and teeth bleaching. Can it possibly be a cause of tooth sensitivity too?
Yes, if you do it too much, if it is not done by a professional, yes, it is a predisposing factor.
What do you mean too much?
Some people get tooth whitening done every 6 months, every 5 months. So I have a party next tomorrow, they go for tooth bleaching, and then they don't see a dentist. Because if you see a dentist can tell when there's something amiss. The people that have come to me for tooth whitening and I say, I'm sorry, I can't whiten your teeth. We'll do a scaling and polishing. We need to get you desensitized because I can see your dentine exposed. So we need to sort this out before we talk about any whitening. Whitening is a cosmetic procedure that just makes people feel good, really, in my opinion. But if it makes you feel good, it's good because it's part of health and all. But there are many things that have to be in place before we talk about tooth whitening. So the basic is get your tooth whitening done by a dentist. Ask, who are you? What qualification do you have? Because a
Who
lot
are
of people
you?
now go to spas and anywhere. People just go online, watch how to whiten the teeth, and then they set up a place and begin to whiten people's teeth. And you're really just destroying your teeth. And I'm waiting for you in the future. You'll be with me. You'll be back in my clinic in the next few years. But let's take care of our teeth. Let's take care of our oral health.
Thank you so much. If you want to ask a question or you want to contribute to this, you can call the number 01448 9981. Again, 01448 9981. Or you can send your WhatsApp messages to 0809 444 0981. Can chewing on ice cause this?
Yes. If it's a habit, if it's habitual, yes, because the ice can destroy the enamel eventually.
But
yes,
it,
ice
it
is
crushes
hard
now.
eventually, but that action of grinding hard on it can also wear, and it can also cause tooth fracture in some people, because once you have a tooth fracture, you will feel dentine hypersensitivity to because your dentine is exposed.
Tooth fracture. I thought the enamel is the hardest substance in the body.
It's hard does not mean that you use it for everything. It doesn't mean that you use it for everything.
I feel scammed. Interesting. Okay, now that we have identified some of the possible and common triggers, what do we do about it? The first thing I want to ask is, there are some people who say that you can get it away by brushing with a specific kind of toothpaste. Does that really work?
Okay, yeah, desensitizing toothpaste work in some cases, but usually in the mild cases. But once it's not mild anymore, desensitizing toothpaste might not work. And so you need to visit a dentist and get a chairside desensitization done. There's a procedure where high-grade chemicals are used to coat the teeth, and then there's a procedure done by dentists, and eventually you feel respite. But if you have a hole, you have to get the hole filled by a dentist. If there's bruxism, you have to get your night guard. You have to talk about solving the problems that are causing whatever is triggering the grinding. If it's gingival recession, you have to get your scaling and polishing and root planing done. And then if you need a gum graft, you get the gum graft. So depending on the cause, if it's reflux disease, we need to work with your doctor to ensure that we get a solution to that. We need to stop taking a lot of soda chemical products. If you have to say, oh, I have to take it, use a straw, rinse out with water after, never brush after you consume acidic fruits and drinks.
There is the common drink ACV.
That's the head, that's the king of the hypersensitivity. It literally just washes away your enamel because it's really concentrated, it's really acidic. So vinegar is a high culprit in all of this.
And that was, I believe, was the major cause of mine then. I used to take it literally because there's a way it makes water sweeter.
Health
for me.
people told you it also will help you lose weight, to speed up your metabolism and everything. So
Right.
And then people don't mix it in the right proportion, because you're supposed to mix it in water so that it's really alkaline as much as possible, not as acidic. But some people think the stronger it is, the more powerful it is, so they just take it straight up, and you're literally just destroying your teeth.
Wow. And you know how it is said, oh, it comes from apple, especially the one that has the roots mother, whatever it is in it. So it comes from apple, it is healthy, it is natural, it is organic. Oh,
and then some people complicate it by taking lime water with it. They'll take apple cider vinegar with lime or with lemon. That's just a catastrophic combination for your teeth.
So we are almost out of time, but what are some of the other ways you can fix this issue of tooth sensitivity aside the desensitizing toothpaste, the chemical mix? Is there any other way?
Visiting your dentist for getting your fillings if you have holes, partnering with the doctors to solve whatever reflux you have, reducing the ingestion of acid through fruits, apple cider vinegar and things like that.
So now you know if you were not very sure of how this thing came on, maybe you had the case of tooth sensitivity and you were not sure of what your triggers or what the causes are. Well, now you can identify some of them here. Thank you so much. Do you have any additional word for us?
Your toothbrush is not enough. Make sure you see a dentist. Make sure your tooth whitening is done by a dentist.
What about those what's it called now? Mouth rinses.
Dentists usually do not recommend mouthwashes, but if you have to use a mouthwash, make sure it does not contain alcohol and it contains some form of fluoride.
Okay, Wilson says, I have a question. I usually brush my teeth twice daily, but then with time, I began to feel some bad, shocking touch whenever I want to brush, and some area of my mouth is a no-go area. So I return to brushing once daily, and I am okay. What could be the cause? Is it the toothpaste or the toothbrush?
I can almost bet that's the force of brushing. I can almost bet that you're using the wrong texture of brush, so probably a hard toothbrush, and then you are brushing forcefully. So we need to switch you back to soft or medium brush, teach you the right tooth techniques. If you visit any clinic, a hygienist is there, and they will take you through how to brush your teeth, and that's so technique and brushing, usually force of brushing.
I think we need some sort of reorientation because as Nigerians, smokers, there was a time the smokers brush. It was a real thing because the harder it is, the more you tend to feel those grun, and you feel like, yes, I have arrived.
It's not by default.
Oh, wow. Interesting. So please take heed if you are in this category of people who brush too hard and use the hard brush. It is not so good for your health, especially in the long run. And you know what to do. Visit your dentist. I actually should cover my face. I have not done my dental visit this year.
And if you have a HMO, just use it because they're deducting it from
I have just not gone.
Just stroll into the dentist, schedule it, call your dentist, ask for your primary care provider, plan the appointment and go.
Okay.
Don't wait for pain to take you to the dentist. That's where the problem usually lies. People wait until there's a problem before they see the dentist. But if you're proactive and you're visiting your dentist regularly, a lot of these things won't come up because they will already tell you, oh, we can tell when you're brushing with a hard toothbrush. We can tell when you're brushing wrongly, and so we can say, please stop it now. It can be corrected now. Not that when the damage is done, then you come to us and then we're corrected.
Yes, and one thing I also learned was that you cannot tell when a hole is gradually forming or something like that.
The dentist can tell, but you cannot tell.
Yeah.
Yes, but we can tell immediately once there's a hole, and we can stop it before it degenerates into a massive hole. Okay. So just prioritize oral health.
Yeah, please do, because I tell you, a trip to the dentist when you're trying to fix something is expensive.
Yeah.
Very expensive.
Yes.
So you and I, let us prevent this. I promise I'm going to schedule a visit to my dentist real soon.
I'll send you a reminder during the week.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, Lagos and the rest of the world. You can find this on YouTube, youtube.com/smooth921 FM. Lagos is the channel. So that you do not miss out on the coming ones, you have to subscribe to our channel. And of course, you can do whatever it is that send this to somebody who maybe you have been telling them stop brushing as if your mouth is a gutter. Now you can hold something and share it with them. Also, I'll put this on our WhatsApp status so that you can catch up on the video later on. My guest has been Dr. Funmi Adeniyi, and she's the clinical director of Lux Dental Clinic. You can find her on Instagram at Funmi_Adeniyi. Yes, that's what you're looking for, and you can reach out to her. She's nice and welcoming. I will be back with the kids in Curious Minds. That's the show that starts by 8:40 till 8:45. My name is Oluwaseun Olusegun, and this is Breakfast in Bed.
Are your number one adult contemporary radio station.
Thank you.
Well done. So every Saturday you show up here.
Actually, every day. I have a show on weekdays from 10 a.m. to 1, and then Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
This is IBK, aka Space.
Is it very rewarding?
And you're tuned into Nigeria's
How do we
number one
reward
radio
it?
station.
What, I don't know, feedback from people.
Oh, yeah.
Sponsorship.
Yeah, actually. There are different segments and different things cater to different people. That's one of the reasons.
Are you the DJ?
Yeah, we do not have a DJ here, so I am the DJ. Yeah, so I choose the songs that will play. So
How can you tell the sequence? Like this will go next.
I play, so I preview. For instance, I am preparing for the children's show next, so I am looking for
Why don't you just
I'm
let
looking
go
for songs for
and
them. So
quiet down your ego?
Let's talk about
Don't
Bruno.
complain about
I played. I have overplayed that thing. So, for instance, now this one is a song by them. Then L. Hakuna Matata ish. No. You know what? I will play Frozen.
But it's between you and me.
You do all the picky, chicky.
Oh no, I don't do that. That's for DJ stuff. This is me just DJing. So I just do all of that.
So throughout the day, there's no DJ.
But there is no DJ here in Smooth. We are our own DJ.
So people can give you their songs to have to time.
So different shows. Wait, do you mean?
If a new artist has
Oh
a
yes,
song, they can give you.
yeah. As long as it fits into what we play, because we have the genres that we play. So as long as it fits in.
What genres do you listen to?
R&B, soul, jazz, funk, world music, that's Afrobeat, not Afropop, Afrobeats, and Afro jazz,